Hey everybody, Rich and Mike here with this week's What's Hot. What's hot this week? We got some exciting stuff. So we're going to dedicate this entire What's Hot to St. Croix. So we got some new rods in from St. Croix. Very excited. The redesigned Bass X and the redesigned Trout and Panfish series rods. Yeah, these are really good rods for us. We sell a lot of these. A lot of our customers like these. And there's some really cool things to talk about with the upgrades. So let's get into it. Both series, one of the big things, they've re-engineered the SC2 material that they use for the blanks. So you're getting an upgrade. What is it going to do for you? It's going to give you better strength when flexing. It's also going to make them much lighter. Lightweight's the name of the game with a lot of rods these days. So similar to what they did with the Victory, starting to blend some of that stuff. Just the SC2 in this one, but the SC2 re-engineered and the SC6 is going to be sprinkled into the blanks on the Panfish and the Trout to help reinforce their weight.
It's sprinkled.
Only where it's needed. They've also gone with some different guides, so similar guides on the Panfish and the Trout series from what we had before, but these are now going to be made by Seaguard. Same thing with the reel seats. Mike, show them that reel seat's pretty snazzy looking, much different than the previous version. A lot more plastic in there, but it's going to give you a nice grip to hold on to.
Nice split grip action there.
And yes, so split grips, they did not have these before. So again, weight reduction. They're really trying to help kind of lighten the load with these things with lighter reels.
And some new actions and blanks and different new models completely.
Yes.
So I know that in the Trout series, they came out with a 6.4 light, as in like the Panfish, but a 6.4 light for those heavier applications for your bigger trout, things like that. And then as well as the Panfish, they came out with the 7.3 medium light. Extra fast, so that's going to be really nice for your long casting for crappies, stuff like that. Really nice light tip there. Great guides. Now these guides, if you're not familiar with these, they're similar to the old model, but they're thin and they're farther away from the blank. So when you're casting those light lines and casting those light lures, you're not going to get a lot of blank slap where the line is going through the guides and slapping the blank, thus not getting as long of a cast. You're getting a longer cast with lighter baits and lighter line, which is really key when you're pan fishing.
Yeah, when you're using
it's hard to cast
lures.
those 1/64th, 1/32 ounce lure. It's really hard to cast them, but with these, it makes a heck of a lot of a difference.
Lightweight braid, those guide train, that guide train is really the key to good success with that. So, and again, the Trout series 2-piece, the Panfish series 1-piece.
Yes.
So that's the difference between those two series. So going back to the Bass X, hugely popular for freshwater stuff, whether it's bass fishing, snakehead, but we take these out on the bay all the time. They work great out in the bay. Again, SC2 re-engineered, so lightweight, still going to have a lot of strength to it. Redesigned the grips down here, so you got the split grip. You can actually feel the blank at the bottom here, and then you got this
carbon fiber look down there. Just looks really neat.
Oh yeah. You get the foam, and then of course the cork in the middle there where your palm's going to sit.
Talk about those guides. Yeah.
So the guide train on these are going to be a little bit different. So this is a conventional. We'll show you the spinning as well, but we've got our standard guides down here with your inserts, and then they've moved to these Seaguard guides up here. Going to have this stainless steel insert in them, so that's really nice because it's going to hold up well, especially in those saltwater conditions. But nice micro guides on the end here for your braids, so they're going to cast really well, which is nice. And again, they're going to do that on the spinning versions as well. So you've got your standard guides down here, and then as we move towards the tip section, you'll notice that it's got those smaller guides on the end. So
and it's nice because those are the metal guides versus this insert. So,
yeah, so a lot harder to chip these, a lot harder to knock these
I saw
out.
that, and that was probably that was one of my favorite features of the newer ones. Is you just happen to just whack it on the T-top or something nice and gently. It's not going to you don't have to worry about a shattered insert. It's a lot nicer because you never really worry about the lower ones. Usually always a tip or second guide down.
Yeah, absolutely. And lastly, we're starting to carry some of the Icon rods. So Icon's a big popular series for walleye, but we play around with these rods. These are really nice tapers. We've had a couple different models. This particular model that we have in stock right now is the 5/8 heavy. So it's kind of a little bit of a broomstick, but this is a really nice bottom fishing rod.
I was going to say flounder jigging. Yeah. It's nice and short. The action is really nice. It's stiff to hold those bigger bucktails, things like that. But bottom fishing, it's a great rod.
And this is a great rod for kayak guys too, because it does have a much shorter butt section, which is not the best for a rod holder. But when you're on the kayak, you can bring that real nice and closer to you. And depending on your style of rod, how you like to jig and all, it does have a nice shorter butt section to it. So if you do switch a lot and all that, you're not worried about that butt getting in the way. So definitely want to check out some of the Icons. We'll have some more of these coming in as well.
And then we have some of the Avid X in stock right now as well.
Yep, we got some Avid X as well. Split grip. It's got the nice guide train for an Avid on those.
Some Victories, of course. Got a whole selection of them.
So, but we have both conventional and spinning. Lots of cool stuff to come in and check out. So, well, thanks for tuning in, and we hope you guys stop by and check them out. Good luck out there. Have fun.